ɛne anadwo nyinaa mo a mo pɛ sɛ ɔmo nyɛ nnuane so ɛmmerɛ mo ne nyinaa so ɔmo yɛ frɛ 0501 4651 42 0501 4651 42 Frelani Sisia and Painfono, ending Como Sisia, Dr. Amuzo, and Amuzo Pina, but Macama Samedia Tro, so Dr. Amuzo Pino, a yadi infestance at Drew, and one a yadra, Yanon, Mamen Fontuan, say infestance, no, a bathing in air for your answer at Yamau, or Monsoon at Yadruna, me patron. Yefan Amuzu Gale Peters no so diaba eba for blood circulation wontini mo sisi pe Amuzu Gale Peters na no nombe Dr. Amuzu nupa no ba bia tonton ro nyina wokɔ hɔ a wobenya bi enso timi atɔ ma memfa we ento anim sɛ wode woni betre nature medis gaston mesha ne menso plus maka mo asɛm atɔ sɛ gaston mesha ɛyɛ for stomach ulcer obi bia wo sa wo yɛfo yare ne ba ogye wo ho anje wo yɛ hwɛ ye padro we binom gaston mesha betunu nyina afiri hɔ sanso yɛ wo menso plus menu aba sɛbi wo menso about 30 pence. The Babo Pano, a drone fan menso plus, and Yamamo, a nature medicine Daroma, and omitting no wing in Abajaso, Okopebia, Ebebo, Kobabia Tonton Ro, Okobenia Biato, Adia Shell lubricants, Shell Fosse and Fontuan in Sakomulu baby a benwo. No domulu baby a benwa, dear Okoyeni, Oko change your car oil no, and our shell. Yamma VIP treatment, and bra will change your car oil no, Yamma baby papa no, near more drinks, now enjoy BBPA. Now, him send, will change your car oil. Our seller, over 10, a year 10, a year free car checks. Enti Mako 10, Ubetima boy Russia by Bia, O come back check or can free. And so at Yamau, me pato change your car oil, and so our shell, Nina Shell, and so Annabelle, Kivo, a year 4-in-1, a year Gary soaking, a year Messino, Mohamed Kudus, ever catch all, Saudi, a year Kivo. Aya Gary soaking miss. Aya dia no. Ti se no a. Aya dia Gary soaking na kivo na. Yadia kivo na. Eti ba bia ubenya bia to kivo. Me pato kivo Gary aya soaking miss no. Ena me di wo adansi editor. The love fashion. Esme fanto anim Sunday. All about the love fashion. Na me pato hardware sene na ubenya bia to ewo yaso ye. Eti about home and office wardrobes. About dressing mirrors, office chairs, tables. Ni na ubenya bia to about cosmetics one year ma. Ni na what one the love fashion. You're tontoning in a bureau and a more say general appliances and to my appliances in national Mamo pay TV, fridges, air conditions, and your money in ano, Ubeganing in a piato. When you said Dunquano, Fain and your war, Canary Road, one year war, I am free, your baby or Wasakro Pong, Japa, and a for Prasa, when you know, your baby branches in a bit, and your deluxe fashion, for 020 877 3588 020 877 3588. Frelan is here. None in pain for the Como. Her Pasco Herbal Capsules. No, my men fan to him say a beau just so. Yaka Pasco Herbal Capsules. Aya for liver. Uliver no, aya her Pasco Herbal Capsules. No, be na Uliver no, baby Pianya Kama Doctor Droway. My come on some match Sunday. Uliver dear a saw bomb by Brabon and won't teach him a samaba. Pay her Pasco Herbal Capsules. For 0557 45 35 aya 79. Ubenya her Pasco Herbal Capsules in the piano. Or try herbal powder no. Ayadia no one so better adiagu ensushim. Odia ayotria aya herbal powder. We know Chiani bia me patobe John I saw Divine Hope Herbal Center Daroma. Omna de Ochiana ba me patron say waist pains a man mema ubi alternate bia odia otria momonya pulse say kokono ayotria sexual weakness. Ti aya ochiani bi gunsum obe John I saw momonya ulcer. Me pato ti otwene bi egunsum menu aba menstrual pains no oto otwe afrela ni sesia na ne mpem for enkasa ba bibia me pato tonton ro nyina akobenya otwe herbal powder ni bi 0591 5655 570 5655 5 7 yemfa no nsi because Adolson enya tenase big enya tenase kwame dela baby obia no yencha kwame eye ene enche kwame ebe join eye team no ye niam ba komienu e wo baby nti enche kra yemfa no nsi na yento so emfa mfiri Adolson bibia bako biem de
nyam yadom ken
okay and the match no na me bisa no pay dia na abehwe
abehwe Anfield
obehwe Liverpool Madrid
no correct.
Na Barca me say PSG Bayern and Madrid Liverpool dia na be fe
PSG dia na be fe
PSG Bayern be fe a chain
yeah
Liverpool
Madrid
Liverpool you best romo any Premier League clubs no we Champions League you too long through Biggie Ana Jamicho Jesse. We league now yani sa. Say mo de two goal de Tiasha Madrid am jintum. Sa go de jintum.
Adintia.
Me say a Champions League. And obi a hwebi. We are seeing.
It's actually a big match. The choir of the first one be the go there.
So we got two ball na kontoneta. And then jintum. Asra so me monitor mo. So mo nem kra na Slavia Prague for no. Mu so mo koto bi asa.
We dey set pieces go.
Champions League they say ye fe. Ye hwe ball ma ye fe. Bon. Aha, trust. Chama Pascal, u team na be fa. Munsu aturo ni bi.
Started Champions League. They were bobo ama na ye fe. Pa ya enjoy ni pa. Ayas ne Barca, o maji saying. But Madrid are almost some boy in for maji saying. So why are the kings of Champions League? Real Madrid.
Okay. Odie, Kawesi.
Yes, the kings of Madrid of Champions League. Real Madrid.
Big match Madrid.
They are kings not because they played well.
Champions League
because they won the trophies.
Champions League to throw. Throwing back to na yegige one goal yenjintum.
Madrid at the average possession at the Champions League twice means.
Omu defending ko.
But no more ball, omu continue no more ball the counter. What I say? Inti adiano the most important thing here say why ne beshe. I agree. Say a net no kwasam ne say senka games no back we 5:30 and back we 8 o'clock and kemama agrona yede.
Ni na ko 8.
2018 ewo Kiev Real Madrid and Liverpool and about Champions League finals and ameboa. Ni 2 years time na PSG ni Bayern Munich for about Champions League finals. Into way Champions League final games mienu we need to rotate. But yes I say fi Anfield. Na ye monko mokakra. Anopay menya kwanya sanso ahwe the last game at Liverpool and Real Madrid boy Now, I watched not because some expected a similar game ABC. Because Carlo Ancelotti, ne ideology, baby ono osuya die free ye Arrigo Sacchi. Omoboni be Italian football die. Defend close spaces, compact game, yen catchy opponents on a counter break. Mpempi enye de bia Mpempi sanity. Into even that game, our Anfield. Yeah, but Liverpool had very 63% of ball possession. Real Madrid bought 37. 37 ball possession. Yeah, we a game, no. Now Liverpool are same you know. But we have ball now no more ball no. Real Madrid in your ball. Now instead of them to pass the ball around to control the game, they were just making passes. Not Liverpool for no air ball. I watched the game not because some expected similar thing to happen. Because when say Xabi Alonso or a different kind of coach. Alonso, why ye Juma under Carlo Ancelotti? Why ye Juma under Del Bosque? Why ye Juma under Pep Guardiola? Why ye Juma under Jose Mourinho? Again, players and Xabi Alonso aye Juma you know almost say those times stand Xabi Alonso bobo. Or you'll be a winning free game anymore. No, of course, now coaching in chain, now obisa questions. Players are a pair questions, bisa. A players are on by better coaches because they want to know. We are there now, Oma, we a free mo. We are there now, Oma, we free mo. Xabi Alonso, dear no. Oh no, unfortunate to say we're seeing under these coaches. In see, a two different game na ye kwa. Carlo decided to sit. Let's Liverpool attack. We'll catch them on a counter break. Mishadapa, the reason why this is important, they say, Elion, let me see Xabi Alonso press conference. And as Centrani Bisan say, Madrid for plan a day. Now listen to what Xabi Alonso said. Xabi Alonso say, they are not going to sit and watch Liverpool play. Nemom, or say he's going to attack Liverpool. He's going to play. Okobobono, Uncle Snitchy, and my Liverpool Bobono. So I was watching, okay, Sir Ramadri decided, Sir, on Snitchy more ball, no, game never yet dang. A one on community, that's a Sir Madrid say, will not allow Liverpool to possess and sit Dave Derby. Say, we only quality players in China. Into Yanka said, the ball no so bad piano. Into Xabi Alonso, dear no. Now, 2 days earlier, no, I can't say. Or no, I catch the players and said defense wins trophy. Inti do or per possession or per control. Name the defense so here ye pa. Inti so what's it Xabi Alonso no come oh dear. A chance for need to show the type of coach or ye. Defense Jose Mourinho dear kakra. Carlo Ancelotti dear kakra. Ball possession. Del Bosque dear kakra. Pep Guardiola kakra. Inti baby osia de di free no wa peke obia de and odia build good ideology. Inti yerom ni discuss the game no ankasa say if Xabi Alonso is going to attack and I say is going to open up against Liverpool, ebeyeding. Now, it starts with the starting lineup. Ken, and I know what say a possible say you benya classical lineup no. Nature say Fede Valverde will operate from the right back. Honestly, I don't expect Trent Alexander-Arnold to start on your feet. And it's Fede on the right. Nienya Chouameni, Jude Bellingham, Ada Gule. Let's say Camavinga besanso aka ho. Unim say Camavinga ka ho a 5 midfielders so. But 2 of them, Bako Ebo as a right back, Bako Ebo as a right winger. Let's say Madrid can say or pass ball ni bebre or midfielders e bet me good ball. Watch this because control is very important in this context because coach no epic control. Inti says a star lineup in a beba. Yen say Madrid benya sa control no ana. Now Ken, first point in say Danny Dame catch say no matter how good your midfielders are, so when ball no boss set den say wings ho enye ya midfielders no say be fa so ni omoso. One thing the BR people fail to accept is the fact to say Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi, omo ball pa. But the reasons why omo ball pa controlling midfield was because they BR Jordi Alba and Daniel Alves were creating the spaces. Into omo creating space now, and omo freedom to pass the ball around. Titiruko camp no park no so. Into Daniel Alves the BM Jordi Alba BM. Now say midfield na space a better no more ball passes no. Inti who good midfielders is saying so per control saying now right back left back no omedjuma song en konkaya. I'm sorry, you cannot dominate because the piano midfield will be crowded. Ma observe what dey be kakra na mentwe wan adwen si so. Total football coaches. De piano yeah pass ball ni piano a the end game. The ya koko wie ni nyina akiri ne say anya bia no e was say you have 3-2-5 system e wani mo tiemie. There's a difference. Madrid starts the game 4-3-3. Omo press ya 4-4-2. Omo kuta bola 3-2-5. Esesa the entire make end game no say she coaches are a pep ball a pia ni nyina the end game is 3-2-5 and I said 2-3-5. The idea is say I was only 5 players e we ni mo senior bear the 5 players no broni say quantitatively ebe dosun achen opponents in the back 4 me ba chon komana me ni udi no what here say because total football idea is say you do the last part of the game and that's the last part of the picture. It was say quantitatively, qualitatively, I was say a superior opponent. In terms of numbers, I was saying your numbers be. In terms of quality, I was saying your baby. In quantitatively, qualitatively, I was saying ya. Inti kine say you be your program one. Baby a biggie, a free airba. Baby a mimi free ba. Baby a woo free ba. Obia wa kwen ofasu edruha. But the end game ni say you be druha. It's coaches bia no total football obia or coin of us edru but the end game the 3-2-5. Now watch this very careful. Dentia Frangas coach in Beso born and say now the role of Vinicius Junior. Vini defensively on Saddam Nyade Bebesa on pet. Inti Debiano say Alvaro Carreras won't say he's more defensive now. Can't say sorry, Mamma Mia, some more possession. But are you extremely careful because the original name airborne Vini no defensively omo mani bebre. Now the reason why they say Vini who game no swa obiem into mo say debiana Vini na far left wo. The idea is so far left to it is creating spaces for the midfielders to control. And it's na me de Xavi Iniesta Busquets come on e na say wing backs ne bobo ni here and no mo so timi bobo. It is a Vini etimi create proper waiter Emma Madrid game ne eba. In social television so and one example I am giving you, watch where Vinicius Junior is. What's no we create sa wait no. Now, Madrid treno Alvaro Carreras or can defenders no because on peso beko bebre because of how Vini plays. Now, the reason why I am saying this, na say last game now, Real Madrid and the Liverpool boy, Ken. A quiet corner Bradley a day Kylian Mbappe fast, no. It was one of the best games for Conor Bradley. But today, Miyam Shishime say Osade Sakodani Kojinema, Ebiana Vini, e take control, Ebiana Vini Hano. Because still, Conor Bradley last year form or war before this game, and yes, I have 1 million. And now, say Okobo wine. Uyi shobo slide, Eddie Kojina right back one. Not just all the flowing vets and a Kojina number 10. Come on, I mean, what you say. It's the first headache for Anna Slots to say who plays as the right back because Vini says, hey, Bono, coach, na catch and say time will be creates the width. Would they jinaho? And see, whoever plays there, very important because whenever Madrid carries the ball there, 1v1. Inti minim se coach ne be Conor Bradley and also ayemisi and say Vini who ehuntino or the Dominic Szoboszlai be gina wa. Let me assume say Bradley na ne be ball because I'm saying on ne ball. Let's just say Vini can take advantage of that situation. Say Vini who game no so sa control na coach ne air pay o midfield won obenya. Because Tchouameni die no kwasam ne say he is mobbing up the back four or ye wedwuma ye pa onyo bi oye creative ono ankasa wa jatum but na dwuma wo so ye ne say defenders no be move a me kwan kwashem bro listen on filling in into we no akwa kwashem na dwuma de oye ne ye nyame adom Ada Gula ni Jude Bellingham minim so observe a omumie no bought together Madrid for a press Jude Bellingham is playing as number 10 so that Ada Gula will play as a number 8 to control. E omu no masan so aswese. Enti Jude ni Ada Gula no omu mienu nyina timi beji bo oni bibo. Enti Tchouameni adwuma no obetimi concentrate e wo ho. Enti say midfield no Ada Gula. Nyame adom se de Camavinga so ba be kan ompe ekeka ko miambe hu se ekeka ko say right wing wo no instead of playing Rodrigo or maybe Master Antoine say he's preferring Camavinga because Camavinga so the control ba. Internet says Madrid for benya more numbers against Gravenberch, McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai. This is where we are at this stage. The other part of the conversation where very important they say, Ken, and now no me catch you say, Niaman ketenketi football mwa, ya dwen enkoso. Now we a defender. Now only goalkeeper be a former partnership. Say bia be 2-3 years. Can't tell me yo. Say opponent be pressing be brea. Only time to think. Inti me a Van Dijk, me a Konate. Minim say Alisson Becker. A year so set down me pass the ball now. Or a right-footed player. But the better inti me kata me ni kra me ni baby a me the ball ne beto. Now these players are beginning to get used to Mamandashvili's left. It's all press Liverpool bebrea. Ayana omudwe hu mienu. Chese obe possible na konechia. Chese oye too sure where the goalkeeper is before he passes. And no so na yana few seconds when a players be quality be say ba. Odwe ba ko mienu bia 2-3 seconds later asamu to. Inti minim se Liverpool are still going to pass the ball from the back because Madrid did it. And now no omuye big try against Real Madrid. Emani shoko bia no bia feel say e bia omu press kekre bia omu bejai. But against Barcelona, acquire Madrid for far so taka Barcelona in their press no. I am asking myself say if Madrid are going to do same against Liverpool, how are they going to move out of the press? the other part of the coin is say Liverpool are also going to press. Last season, now Liverpool are pressing a 4-2-4. 4-2-4 na say Liverpool front three no they all number 10 kwakwa ho. Into 4 players pressing your 4. Them last season a boy Liverpool pa no. Into say one pass na one pass ya. Brony say who win the ball. Ewo opponents no half. What J ball no one pass wash it. Into a lot of times last season now Liverpool were gaining possession our opponents half bebree and no one create chances bebree. Now people are beginning to pass out easily. Real Madrid press no. Liverpool be press one. The next option for Madrid to do is to go long. Liverpool for problems with long balls. But I'm not too sure how long balls no equate how Madrid plays. Say me bobo me a goalkeeper. Me a Tibu Kutua. Liverpool are pressing me. Me bobo no ten at the man Kylian Mbappe, not never Van Dijk and why they be winning ball. On say Virgil van Dijk street. Okay. Mbappe versus Konate. Konate street. Ni na long ball so. But se me Tibu Kutua. Na me bobo no to at the two space between Virgil van Dijk and Konate, why they winning ball? Mbappe. Inti ni na long balls, match long balls me no. Bako Liverpool wins, Bako Real Madrid wins. Inti Liverpool be press Madrid are dependent on how the long balls will go because who born a direct say Kylian Mbappe and Virgil van Dijk in prayer no context Van Dijk be far. If the long balls goes into channels it goes in favor of Mbappe, Vinicius Junior or whoever plays as the number 10 Jude Bellingham. Honestly, game way it's in favor of Real Madrid. Honestly, say so biya we say na say recent form there
and soko
maybe so
no ayodosen Madrid kakrabi yebekwe na Hugo Ekitike me hwe Howard in house ne Elda Militao uso no te o ye basabasa wani mu ho Hugo bigi
ken
bread na Elderson awramu yepa
ken Mame shase from Paris Saint-Germain game no. C'est Otise Paris Saint-Germain and the Bayern Munich Ecobo Champions League. Now I heard these two teams. PSG being the defending champions. Champions League crew and it's a team I want to Paris Saint-Germain. Enti ebeya na so obi beka say e bia Bayern Munich beshe. Because Paris Saint-Germain form a wom. Ball our ball especially from last season at the battle. Omo very confident and the kind of quality kita omo. Enti di obegya tum no be di Paris Saint-Germain echi no. Menini ni problem menene ya adwen 100%. They have one thing about Munich Bobo Kwoni Nibi. That is their coach. Coach Luis Enrique is one of the most experienced coaches. And looking at the kind of job I of Paris Saint-Germain. Team awasheshe. Team awa build the Paris Saint-Germain Bobo Kwono. Anytime you are facing such a side, even when it looks depleted, players be a pre-prampono, they have the confidence. The game against Barcelona Bobo Kwono. Not there were players who ye key or Paris Saint-Germain Bobo Kwono. Our Champions League nimu, our league nimu. But those key players were missing. Yet they were able to play the game and play it well. And outplay Barcelona Bobo Kwono win. Eman kwadabi anaye nimo dimpo. Etimi benya goals because it is a system team. When the system works, bibia betimi asiwo game nimu. Enti sa advantage ne kode maomo. But we have Vincent Company. Baby Ofriba. Any adwuma waye so far this season. Edi ama Bayern Munich Bobo Kwono. Ken oyamba show kaka. Vincent Company, sorry to use this word, they say nobody. Say they need to Luis Enrique ho. But on also build the side be at this season we team now. Unyam kranchani areshe mu say team ne wasoro. Money konka omo betimi abo. Team bi omo behia no. Competitive games from about this season are 14 in all competitions. So omo be drop a point are problem. Not even a drawn game. Had you be omo share bi omo konka. Ebia obebisa questions. Said there are teams so much more, especially in the Bundesliga. Omo honya den. It is a kokobase Bayern Munich chenwa. No, she teams be to perforce no can one Kenya problem. But at least within that run, Oshia Chelsea Bobo Kwono one break even a single sweat. One break. Chelsea na yehu no. Chelsea or hard game. Chelsea or stopping teams to be a club World Cup no. Or share Paris Saint-Germain mani panya GD woni mu no. Bayern Munich bobo ko ni share no. They didn't break even a single sweat. Yet almost crosses ahead on with ease. It's Vincent's company. Any team Bayern Munich no can untimi underrate yomo. Aside that, in the Champions League, the last time our Paris Saint-Germain, Asia Bayern Munich, our share no. Edding. The last 4 meetings between the two, Nina Bayern Munich share. Champions League. Omumi enushia. The last 4 meetings, Nina akwadi ama Bayern Munich bobo kono. But Paris Saint-Germain to bet me draw solace from the performance in the Club World Cup. So omushia Bayern Munich. Omusho 2-0 Club World Cup and chair. The same players. It is still fresh in their minds. I'll capitalize on that. But from there coming in Niama Kakrasasa. Can you run game anymore? The Paris Saint-Germain team are young this season. And I say free last season, Ebano. Almost central defense pair. I nim so bomb strong, formidable power. I Pacho, and Marquinhos. But Marquinhos this season ain't consistent. A Praka Krahano. Into the last 4 games, Zabani abomu train at Yama Paris Saint-Germain bobokono. But unfortunately for Zabani and Paris Saint-Germain, the last Champions League game omo boy against Bayer Leverkusen, Okodi red card. And in this game, onya available. Marquinhos baba slotting in. Obenya the perfect partner in the shape of Pacho. But at least Zabani born na Obono. Ne was through the consistency level and everything. And gradually the performance, the partnership and our for me were chirono. Now it is broken. Marquinhos said Baba Bishim. But the Bayern Munich attack looks very dangerous and threatening. It is our missing certain players. Not consistency ama backline anymore. How? The strength for the Paris Saint-Germain team is their midfield. Omo midfield no. Bayern Munich bobo ko ni nibi. Eti honum. And a Bayern Munich team would be found wanting. Vini are available. Jao never say fit to Baba Bekana ho. And Fabian Ruiz they absent. But why Emery Zaye is going to fit in perfectly. No control Finfine the Amamo. The Bayern Munich midfield Joshua Kimmich. Any Pavlovic. And I say whoever replaces Pavlovic are probably a better Goreska. Ewa Juma Kesiya pa. Because this Paris Saint-Germain midfield, one, omo press resistant. So omo kitabo na, omo slow player bi a oba omo so, na ne ho akwa pre na mana mistake. Eti ema wa dwene nya o say, oba press that midfield, no omo lose balls. Chelsea to me, yes, that is very true. But can Bayern Munich do it? That is the big question. Because Bayern Munich, your team, you said they love to take control of the ball. Omo never for possession. No more detective pace, no. It will game anymore. Can they do that against Paris Saint-Germain? That is the big question. They have to make sure Sandy Pobejina number 10. Because when you are playing the number 10 position, the destructive midfielder is João Neves. Or be how we if you want mama watch it. So if it is going to be Serge Gnabry and a big position now, or extra job will be to me, I understand what me if you did the attackers. Paris Saint-Germain attacking has been good in the Champions League. On the Bayern Munich bobo konina, on more 10 goal difference. Paris Saint-Germain attack na 13 goals and on concede 3. Ewo. Bayern Munich liano to swash 12 and on concede 2. It is an attacker. Omumi enu nyina sharp this season. But the difference is that out of the 13 goals na Paris Saint-Germain bobo ko national. Ken omo attackers, the forward line players, ashemu 8 pe. And a 3 from defenders and a 2 from the midfield. And the attack, it is very true. But out of the 13 goals, the attack has only scored 8. But on the other hand, Bayern Munich attack, from the 12 goals they have scored, attack ashemu 10. And a defender Bako, and a Bakuye own goal. It's the Bayern Munich attack looks dangerous than the Paris Saint-Germain attack when it comes to the Champions League this season. Adia Bako ame PSG team no attack is also near consistent. The last time against Barcelona, you will change his elbow code anymore because that players be a proud when you fit. This time around, Osman Dembele back. The last Champions League game they played, or the ball game living sounds to go. Kvaratskhelia are available. And to Belgium, not probably Bakola Baba Bekamo. Even if in the absence of any of these players, the last time they played Barcelona, Anna Osman Dembele ni hono. You a young boy sending Mayulu. I no stepping in. No ball game the ball year the man Paris Saint-Germain bobo kono. Eventually he got a goal. It's from that experience against Barcelona, or Barcelona home, or by building enough confidence. And the share team be on any bebo bia once it is at the Park Prince. And it's all Basa home no to me. Ya, or bet me at on one if you know why. So whoever feels in that position for Paris Saint-Germain, because it is a system team, the system in the year Juma, Bayern could be found wanting. But at dear Bakwana, a problem for Bayern. A almost central defense. Player Bakwana, a questionable power. A Upamecano. But can say watch Upamecano this season. He's a different Upamecano compared to the previous seasons. And near Master, since Jonathan Tabai, Ebabeka Branty and Ono, partnership on formula has been very strong. A player at a point in almost person Pamono, almost person Mujane Quamaneko. Since Jonathan Tabai, as we speak, only need the contract extension home because Omo who said we're improving our performance in the Koso. It's the Mfahon. Say previous that performance na BBA or I feel say the kind of quality Omukita and the almost scored Nimono. Ebamana den the Ama Paris Saint-Germain Bobo Koneken. It is football, anything can happen. Paris Saint-Germain quality, coach, no more sounds who fear dear. But looking at the performance of Bayern Munich in the Champions League this season, and the record of the last 4 matches of Bayern Munich in the PSG, Bayern Nashenina, and the form of the Beira game we may place me bet on the Bayern Munich team. And me Paris Saint-Germain, so probably obey me losing the first Champions League game tonight. Yes, a double chance for Bayern Munich, possibly a 2-1 win. And I'm a Kodiama buying the Bobo Kono. Real Madrid and Liverpool. Liverpool last season and bet me a different story. But Liverpool this season, even Ashasiano was good. But the ball league in the Baby Drew baby, bought Champions League in the Bay anymore. Liverpool in my consistency now, Benya deal with Liverpool mono. It's a more performance, no. I questionable. Liverpool the last 10 matches and I 11. Because the 11th game, Liverpool keep a clean sheet. But before the 11th game number boy against Aston Villa. No. Not 10 hours before that, you know, concede goal. At the end, Liverpool strength power. And here the ball, my Barcelona, their defensive solidity. But this time around, they are losing it. It is about 11 matches on the road, 11 on the trot. Now, a mutan o concede goals, sir. You have a problem with your defense. You are facing one of the fearsome attacks this season in Europe. Kylian Mbappe ne be leading lines in the Roma Madrid Bobo Kono. Can 3 matches about Champions League in Abrante had 5 goals. He has been deadly this season. Oman space. Now Odane who no face goal post in the problem. It's the Liverpool defense. I weak in the past 11 matches at Liverpool abono. Our problem to mess up this Real Madrid attack. Vinicius Jr. has been a bit inconsistent, but at least Ubenya Gidio Vinicius, we're looking at how he played in the El Clasico. What a consistency in the home power. In big games, you're rising to the occasion for Real Madrid Bobo Kono. It's all added that attacker. Sa position, the Vinicius Jr. Nyajina, and your corner Bradley Liverpool Bobo Kono a problem. You have weakened the Liverpool midfield, especially the attacking midfield role. Because Florian Wirtz by Liverpool. No. On Chiremia Mete, hey. So I cut for the job. Will Liverpool in his first season.
And be another Shagua assist to crack out.
A bit me a see a football. Said the
Bia for Lanver to crown and now or the train team Cassia. Says Omon your Mabubian will do Madridana.
Anything I make us say. A football be beyond the show be me one. Nemum, dear, what didn't Kaya Nedia? Mean to me, Yajidium. Debbie, just a sun narrative in ne. And the Liverpool attack has been that bad and porous. Because we Liverpool now attack and player when he done so. Said this season the modern was throw. Hey, who go Ketika? I am not disrespecting him, but on Salah level, Cody Gakpo. I want to be ready to the test this season. I'm from Liverpool Bobo Kono. Now when you Cody Ketika, so a problem. Didn't house
Liverpool best player. So was like so Cody Gakpo bet was one. Gakpo nyanya good season.
Cody Gakpo. It's been normal.
But 4 goals this season.
Yes, or 4 goals.
For some position there then.
Yes. But Nipa Bako our Liverpool man missing the services by Luis Diaz. So Honoma. And you game beyond a Cody Gakpo bebo. Last season the Diaz competition, Emma Cody Gakpo a better player.
Okay.
And that attack Ekwako share the Real Madrid defense in house and Adam Militao so a man for you. But the last 3 games for Real Madrid, he has been Real Madrid's best central defender.
Not even in how Mbese handle a Ekitike. Player won't share them when the strength to be on all hand and our break. Says a critic and all anything. Over stop on the same. Because no crownings or no or tackle cry chain or more person stopping. Was it a beer or no or tackle, sir? Or Jebon and also.
But I trust the Real Madrid defense.
Didn't
Salah also my new. Mohamed Salah position no. Abrante no ni kwa coach and Alvaro Carreras. This season open one of the best left backs we are say. Any players or more form power count.
Oh, remember Lamine Yamal, but want me remember Salah dey.
Enya hunhuna. But Salah form ne ko form.
Oh, consume no to be so we.
Dia hin only Lamine dia.
O send the ni nyina kan. Piano to form. Salah dey ontimi piano sa.
Mohamed Salah. Said this season Salah form ye nyew. It is a one a pay up game now. This time around there, a better than the
Liverpool big players and more appear in big games. So yeah, well of that.
We can only hope so.
Okay.
But for me, looking at ball at Real Madrid, that ball, and the quality they have shown, and the resilience nature of Real Madrid, just a Liverpool, just something extraordinary. Liverpool Madrid, a double chance for Real Madrid.
Double chance Madrid.
Yes.
Okay. That's a Liverpool for Bianchi home. Okay. And one for the baby, a bear red and a bear white.